Choose one. Which would you like to talk to us about?
You are a manager at a large commercial bank.
Loud.
You are a manager in a large commercial bank. You discover that Patricia, a loan officer who reports to you, has forged an approval signature on a customer loan which requires signatures from 2 loan officers. When you confront Pat with the forgery, she apologizes profusely and says that her husband has been very ill. The day she forged the signature, he was going into surgery and she just didn't have time to find another loan officer to sign the authorization for the loan. Pat has been with your bank for 15 years and has a spotless record.
Well, let me find it here so everybody can see this. Fortunate signature. This is the case, if you haven't read it. That's a case. Patricia is a loan officer. She was caught for forging a signature of another loan officer. Her excuse was, I signed the name of the other loan officer because in order to approve the loan you need 2 signatures. I signed his name because I couldn't find him and my husband was in the hospital to have a surgery, an operation. I was in a hurry. The loan needed to be approved. I couldn't find the loan officer and I forged his signatures. What would you do if you were her boss? Nicholas, what did you do? What is your suggestion?
Okay. As forgery is a serious crime, which will get anyone to jail, it should be handled in a very strict way. First of all, I would have told her that she should speak with me if she needed a loan urgently and explain the reasons, and I would have approved it immediately. What more, I would say to her to return the money she borrowed so that we don't press charges against her. Anyhow, as I mentioned before, forgery is a criminal offense and should be punished. So I would tell her that...
But the money, she didn't take herself the money. She signed the loan for somebody else, not for herself.
Not for herself.
It's not for herself.
I thought it was for herself.
No, it's not for herself. So it was an approval of a loan. It requires 2 signatures.
Yeah.
She signed it, but she couldn't find the other one to sign it, so she signed the signature of the other person. And so the loan went through to whoever it was calling. And her excuse was she forged the signature because she couldn't find the loan officer and she was in a hurry to go to the hospital for her husband for an operation. So what would you do with her boss?
I would ask her if the other person basically knew that she forged his signature.
But does it matter? Does it matter? Okay. Yes.
What if she phoned and said, okay, I have this issue?
Do you think if I tell you can sign my name, you can sign my name on a federal...
I wouldn't do it personally.
So what do you do it here?
I said we would have to let her go because to get her fired, because if we don't, she might do it again. And another thing, she might tempt others to do it.
Okay, let's see. Yes?
I wouldn't take
You work at the bank. You work at the bank, right? No?
Yes.
You work. Okay.
I wouldn't take this matter to higher levels at this point. I would give her a serious warning and keep a close eye on her in the future. Give her a second chance, since she did not forge the approval signature with the intention to commit fraud and personally benefit from it.
You heard that?
Yes.
Okay, let's see other views. Now then.
Because I have answered that case, I will have give her a warning letter for her to realize the seriousness of her offense, and at the same time I will have asked her to reissue the documents and make sure this time those documents, call the customer back to resign the documents. They don't have to explain to the customer what's happened since it was approved. And then make sure this time the document have 2 signatures, so will be lawful towards the bank.
You did agree with that, right? Yeah. Any other views? Yes, Angelos?
I would ask her if she's done this before, because it sounds to me that even though she has a, then I would ask her if her husband's okay. First of all, I would ask her if she's okay. Then I would ask her if she's done this before, because it seems like even though she has a valid reason for taking her husband to the hospital, I don't think that it's if she's late in signing the document, maybe 1 day or 2 days. I think it's much worse to forge a signature than having to wait another extra 2 days to get the actual signature.
So how would you do it here?
I will give her a very stern warning, even though she's at the company 10 years. And personally, I think my confidence and my trust in her will be diminished at the moment.
But that's
But
all.
I will keep her in the company, and maybe she will try to make amends for her.
Okay, yes.
I think it sounds very tough, but I would fire her. We are here in the banking sector, and she did on purpose, she forged her signature. And this is something I don't think that can happen a second time.
Thank you, Katarina.
I agree with everyone else. I probably would not fire her, but move her from the decision-making position where she has the authority to sign the loans.
And some time off is good, I think.
Okay, yes. Let's remember your name. Let's remember your names, guys. Victoria, Michalis, Nicolas. Konstantinos. No?
Alexander.
I cannot read. Alexander. I cannot read that far. But,
So a warning letter for me is not harsh enough, and firing her is too harsh. So what I'll do, I'll give her a warning, but also put her on probation period for like 6 to 12 months in order to monitor remedial actions.
Irina?
Well, I actually thought a little bit. I didn't do this case, but if we consider all the stakeholders, I think if we leave her in the company, we don't fire her, it sets the precedent for other cases where we have to treat them the same. So meaning that personal circumstances may be justified for cases like that.
So what would you do with her?
We'd have to fire her.
Okay.
I have to add something to what Irina said, is that we have to take into account here a main stakeholder who is the person that she signed on his behalf. So what if something goes wrong with this loan? So this person is liable because he signed, he approved the loan. Plus other stakeholders like the other employees. And we have to take into consideration as well what led to this happening, which is the surgery of her husband. So what if something more major happened to her, like a death in the family? She would have done something even more serious. So this excuse is not valid. So of course, so what I will do is that I will take off the signature from her, of course. This is the minimum thing, and the warning.
Okay. Yes.
I will fire her, but I will try to find her a new job.
Yes.
Considering the seriousness of this offense, I wouldn't fire her because of the reason she did what she did, but I would ask her to resign herself so that she gets all the benefits after leaving the company, but still leaving the company and us keeping the good name we have.
Okay, of course you understand what is in this case. The correct answer is what Katharina and Irina said, especially Katharina was very clear. She said, she used a phrase, she said, this is a bank, this is a bank. Why did she say this is a bank and I will fire her? She meant something, yes?
She meant the trust because bank is based on trust.
It's a fiduciary. We have to do with a fiduciary. Then we said fiduciary institutions, bankers, we have them there. Without trust, everything is lost. Who are the stakeholders other than the other employees we have to consider here?
Clients.
Clients. And the reputation of the whole bank. In a bank, a signature is everything. It's what moves money. You cannot leave an employee for the signature in a company. This is not a marketing person. This is not the HR person. This is the person who moves money with his signature. If the word gets out that you have an accountant who signs checks and loans, who have forged a signature, you still kept them there, you are going to lose your reputation. The bank is going to lose the trust. You absolutely she has to be fired. We give an example to the rest that this is not going to be tolerated under any circumstances, and give a message also to the clients that this bank protects your money. This bank will not stand for any fooling around with signatures. Okay? Yes. You're absolutely.
Agree with the firing because I just go to the banks and there is no excuse to go to instance, otherwise it will be completely total mess. But the main question is, did they have relevant trainings, these people?
Okay, of course.
If she didn't have a relevant training and she doesn't know that forgery
look, sorry, but it's an accountant, the accountants have a code of conduct, they have a code of ethics which does not allow these things to happen.
Well, if she has it, sometimes people can be promoted without the relevant training.
But I agree with you, they should be giving them training, yes.
I think we are missing a step here.
Which?
If Patricia forged a signature and practically granted a loan on herself, that means that the loan itself could be in jeopardy. That means that the loan could not be safe for the bank to be given.
That's true.
First of all, I would send her immediately on leave. Examine the circumstances under which the loan was given.
All this is right, but actually the problem is bigger than the loan. The loan is the least. The problem is the reputation of the whole bank is at stake. And second, what the other employees will think when they hear that somebody got away even with signing a forgery, if someone in the accounts department, a forgery signature got away with it. Can you imagine the marketing, the HR managers and the others what they will be doing? If, so yes, there's loan officer, which means if the law is the holds called the trust, fire. Another case. Yes, please.
Case 19.
What is it about? Let's see if I have it here.
Financial advisor.
Which one?
Financial advisor and the
Do I have it here? I like to get one that we have here.
18.
I don't have it here, so let me take another one and do it. I just put some more on there. Let's do this one, the sexual harassment. Who is doing that? You did this? Okay. Okay, you want to read it from here?
You want me to read it?
Yeah, you guys read it. Read it from
You
here.
are the manager in an industry which has been traditionally male-dominated. Maria is the only woman in your department. Oh, I'm sorry, I've done another one about sexual harassment.
It's not the one.
It's about the...
UCLA.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, who did it?
Do you have number 6 here?
Who did this one? Nobody did this one?
Is there a case?
We didn't tell you.
Another case in sexual harassment.
Which one?
Hey, that's the long case.
The long case. Okay, let's see what we'll do here very quickly. You are a manager in an industry which has been traditionally male-dominated. Maria is the only woman in the department. The engineers in your department, when they hold meetings, compliment her profusely. They say things like, it is hard to concentrate with a gorgeous woman like you in the room. Or you should stop patting your eyelashes at us, as the temperature will rise and trigger the air conditioning. Tough, though flattering their remarks, make her feel uncomfortable. She has mentioned the discomfort to you, and you ask them to carry it out, but they laugh the matter, saying that Maria is too sensitive, there's a note there, and she needs to relax and enjoy it. What would you do as a department's manager? You understand, right? It's a male-dominated the business. The first woman who dare to go in, and they are making fun of her or making sexual remarks. What would you do? as her manager? Anybody? Peter?
I would call the guys in and practically warn them that if this happens again, somebody will get fired. And should it happen again, and usually after such a warning, the guy which does it again tempts you. And you should not back down with such a tempt. You hire him.
You agree?
Yeah, but since we already, it has been done already, so I think that we have to relay this to the HR department and they have to be in charge. Because here they say that we...
They say you are the head of the company. What do you do? I would, this is another key. This one, there are some cases. The reason I put this case is similar to the previous one, but in a different way. Because here, the significant here is a male-dominated department or company. They don't want to let anybody in, any woman in, and that's the reason they do this. It's raining. Fireworks. So this is a little bit like the signature. You do not accept this kind of behavior. This has to stop before you lose this woman for the job, for the company, and it would be much more difficult to get another woman inside that company. And this is exactly what these guys are trying to do. Okay? So again, this is not one where you will accept anything else except cut it out. If you don't, the one who does it goes.
Should the manager check that this woman tells the truth?
Say again?
Should the manager check if the woman says true that that other employees speak with her like this?
If nobody protested and they just laughed the matter away, then practically they are admitting that it is true. And what minded me most on this case, because I did the case, what minded me most is that practically my authority as a manager was being undermined by
undermined by this. Yes, exactly.
It's the manager's fault. It's the fact that they can do it and they know that they can get away with it. That means it's a culture issue.
So yes,
so it's the manager's fault.
Exactly. It's a culture issue. It's a culture issue. But because they were all the boys among themselves before, and somehow now they feel threatened by the presence of a woman, they do all this. Yes, it's a culture, and you have to change the culture. That's the reason you have to be very firm. Now, who has done this one? This is very important. You have done. Okay, tell us.
Okay.
Can we read it first?
Okay, you can read it because the summary here.
Okay. You're a travel company HR manager. You have just been told in complete confidence by your boss that the company will lay off 20 employees. You promise not to say anything to anyone until the company is ready to make an announcement. A few minutes later, a good employee and friend of yours, having heard rumors, asked you, well, buddy, is it true there is going to be layoffs and I'm going to lose my job? I'm about to sign a loan to buy a new house and I need to know, what will you say? So, my answer was, first of all, as a human being, I have to think at least of my closest people, e.g. friends, especially if they are going to make fatal mistake for the moment, and they do not know about it. I would ask my friend for the personal discussion and explain that I'm breaking all the rules, but his or her life is more important for me this moment. I would ask to keep all in secret and displays that coming changes might affect her or his life dramatically, and he would wait until layoff is over.
So, are you going to tell him that they're going to be layoffs or not?
I will tell that she or he should postpone making loan decisions because they may affect life in future.
But this is not the point.
Who are the stakeholders here?
everybody actually.
Everybody.
Everybody, this HR manager, they are friends, so me and his or her, their general manager or CEO or my
Okay,
boss,
okay.
and other employees.
The other employees. Okay. So, Elena, what would you do?
I would not, because I have the duty as a CEO to keep the secret, because I
Oh, CEO, you are the HR manager.
Oh, yeah, the HR. I mean, I was told secretly, so I owe the duty of not telling, but I owe a duty to my friend as well. So I will, as we said before in one case, tell and not to tell. I will give a personal advice to my friend not to do that, but I will not give a secret out.
Yes, it's like I answer.
How do you say it? Someone to tell it to me exactly how you say it. Let's see. Yes.
Look, Theodore, I hear just what you hear also in the company. I don't know nothing more than you know.
Why did this?
But my personal opinion is that, as you see, they might take a risk. So don't take the decision now. Wait to see until you see what happens, and then you take.
You agree with the way he said it?
No. I put it
Almost the HR manager.
Did you lie?
No,
You said?
no, you didn't say it out.
No, he said he lied. He said he doesn't know.
No. I would say it's like,
Okay.
just think.
You pass.
I would have
Yes.
said with a firm voice that, look, sorry for the Theo.
No, sorry for the Theo. If any of you call me anything but Theo, you lose 5 points.
Mr. Theo.
No doctor, no mister, no Panayotou, Theo. Okay, go ahead.
Because you are a bad guy's example. I would have said that no one should feel safe at this period. So we should all have a plan B on the side. So like I'm not saying what the company told me to do, but there's I'm warning.
Call me Theo or Plan B. Whenever we have the meeting at the President Panayotou, because I'm a member of the Council of Economic Advisors, the President called me Mr. Plan B. Because always I argue, I say the government should have a Plan B for everything it does. Because always, whatever it does, it
doesn't have a plan.
It needs a Plan B. Okay, let's see. Yes, go ahead.
I would say, Theo, the company is in a really difficult situation. So if I would be in your position, I would not make any big purchases at this moment until the situation is better.
More or less, that's what I would say. I would say, look, Fred, sorry, go ahead.
I can say that your name is between the names of the person that we are planning. I mean, we are planning to lay off 20%, so we made a list of 50%.
You're telling a secret.
So it's not fine, the 20% are not fine.
Henry,
You're saying the number also, you say 20.
Henry, as an HR manager, you have to balance the interests of the company and the employees. You don't want to rock the boat. The best way is more or less the way you said it. You say, look, friend, these are tough times. Okay? There are certain times, if I was in your position, I would just not rush into anything. I'll just wait until the situation is better. That's all. Don't want to say one word too many. Because the more you say, the deeper you get into trouble. Yes, Peter?
There is one small trick here. There are practically here 3 questions. Question 1, whether there's going to be layoffs. Question 2, whether he's going to lose his job.
Yes.
Question 3, whether he should sign the loan or not.
Yes.
Because I answered it, I ducked question 1. I didn't mention nothing.
Okay.
I told him, because it's true, you don't know if he is in the 20 employees which are going to be fired. I don't know if you are going to lose your job.
But you know this in the list.
You don't.
Yeah,
if you
But he doesn't know it, so
you don't.
You know.
But
he doesn't know, you know.
He doesn't know, but they don't want to lie. This is the
But I
point.
told him also that times are hard, there's no guarantee what will happen in the future.
That I agree, Peter. What I disagree is to tell him he's not in the group and tomorrow he find out that he knew
I
it.
said, I don't know.
Yeah, but he could find out tomorrow that he did know. He will say. I think it's better not to say anything that you may later on. Yes.
I want to get it.
Okay.
Theo?
Yes.
Can I ask, I have ethical dilemma and if the class can help to resolve it?
What is that?
Real on.
At work.
Go ahead.
One of the managers was using Skype during her lunchtime, and on her Skype conversation she called one of the employees with a bad word, talking to her husband.
Yes.
One of the employees, which is her subordinate.
Yes.
And another employee, by accident or whatever, saw the conversation.
Yes.
And distributed to other employees, including the person who was actually called bad word.
I didn't understand. What did she say to her husband?
During the lunch break, on her personal Skype account. And when she closed her Skype account, probably she left the password to reset, so when somebody opened her computer, the Skype account opened. So the conversation.
Sorry.
You don't pay attention.
I was trying to find something that I have which was relevant to this, something very similar. So what do you think about this?
Someone else saw the conversation of here.
Serious.
Someone else saw it.
There are three employees involved. One is the department manager who was during the lunchtime using the corporate computer talking on her personal Skype account with her husband.
Okay.
And she called one of her subordinates with a bad word, saying he's whatever, trash.
She can say whatever she wants, but no one is allowed to touch a computer.
Yeah.
Even if you fire
She
her,
said he upset
she will be
he's
able to
trash,
sue you.
Okay.
Yeah, so then she closed her Skype, closed her computer, and then another employee opened the computer, and the Skype conversation automatically came up. So the other employee read.
Was he authorized to do it? He shouldn't read it.
Yeah, well,
So
that's,
you didn't do anything.
This is more serious than
No,
that.
Yes.
I just described the situation.
Okay.
So
It's a long time.
the person, the other employee saw the conversation, printed out and distributed to the other employee who was called bad word in that conversation. So me as a manager, what am I supposed to do?
You should
Who do
give
I
them all a
fire?
notice.
It's a multiple, there is multiple unethical behavior.
Consequences.
You want to say something?
Yes, I believe that logging on a company PC is not a problem, but logging to someone else's profile is sued by the law, not by the company, by the law.
That's
This is the most serious part of the story.
This is privacy.
So regarding the rest, I will ask the two parties to talk about it and find a solution without giving any extra.
Yeah, so he died. I fired the person who read the conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, because
You did the right thing.
it's creating what is called
You should have him be
an unconducive working environment.
Yes. But I would also maybe fire him. But first, and I think that now you should first of all call all the, because everybody knows about it. Yes. So you have to face in front of everybody. So you have to call it towards everybody to make sure that on your list of ethics, respect is one of the prior ethical key positions, key things in this company. And make sure that when somebody, even if employees, loses respect to one another and they treat themselves in this way, even if they're good enough, even if they're the best, this is unethical to say, and this is something unethical that you cannot tolerate in this company. But you have to make the sense that, because you cannot, slip away from this situation. You have to make sure that you make something out of this situation.
But I believe between them and the respect
It's not between them.
I mean,
It's
she,
not just
I
between
can
them.
tell you how
but
the story ended up.
she has her
Clear to
private
everybody.
she has her private opinion. She can say whatever she wants to her husband.
I don't feel like everyone.
Between them,
but
between
now-
them, she respects her. At work, she respects her. But my husband, I can
Irina,
I mean, you cannot oblige me to love you.
don't tell them
I love you.
today or how. I like people to think, you tell us the next time, I would like people to think in this case, how if it happens in your office, how you would have dealt with it. I would like to ask you for 2 minutes, I would like to put a couple of small, very small videos, each of them is 40 seconds, that exactly shows situations in the office. Some of them are analogous to that people are doing things that, look at this very quickly. Just
You are the champion. You are the
another couple of small ones. Look at this one. Like if you lower the lights a little bit. Look at this one. Look at this one. They haven't done that in your office, Irina.
Lousy teachers trying to palm off our kids on us.
But Dad, by striking, they're trying to affect a change in management so that they can be happier and more productive.
Lisa, if you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
Harassment.
Oh, it's me. He's been harassing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, is he making pig noises behind your back?
No, why would he do that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, he is harassing me sexually.
Hey, John, how are you?
That's your cake, Philip. That's the moon's cake. You eat someone else's cake again, and I'm gonna give you a slice of very special plain cake. And you won't. I'm sick of that.
Okay, Mr. Pendergast, I reviewed your resume, and I'm afraid you're just not what we're looking for right now. Quite frankly, at your age, I'm afraid you might die very soon. That's just not what we're looking for right now. It's nothing personal, okay? Have you considered applying at Walmart by any chance? This message brought to you by Ninjas Against Age Discrimination.
I got it. Let's get ethical. I wanna get
Last one, very short, the last and we go. This is this one, it's a serious one.
Ethics are standards for thought,
word, and deed.
that guide a person
To do what is right and good,
rather than simply
what is easy.
and comfortable.
Hi, I'm Eric Carter, and I've been consulting with organizations about ethics and values-based business practices for over 30 years. The cost of unethical behavior is tremendous.
I know our companies have a long-running relationship, but it's hard for me to approve this contract, Walter.
What's the problem?
Well, it's high.
Tell you what, let me sweeten the pot a bit. We have box seats at the arena. I would be more than happy to provide you with those tickets for the playoffs. That could be our own little arrangement on the side.
Okay, we all know that the people in those situations are displaying a serious lack of ethics. That's pretty easy to spot. The ethical lapses that are difficult to detect and much more common are the little things, the gray areas where the line between should and shouldn't gets blurry.
Whoa! Martin's clocking us all out at 4.
It's only 3.
Look, Ramon's gone. If we all clock out together, he'll never know.
Respect, responsibility, and results. Say no with tact. Manage conflicting rights. And walk the talk. 4 steps to help us live consistently with our ethical beliefs. The benefits of such behavior are great, both personally and professionally. Studies show that organizations which actively promote high ethical standards among their workforce enjoy increased productivity and loyalty from both employees and customers, helping to ensure the long-term success of the organization. For individuals, acting consistently with our beliefs forms a powerful foundation that helps us attain the things we desire most in life: happiness, pride, and success at whatever we endeavor to do.
The beliefs we hold, the decisions we make,
And the actions we take, whether big or small, are ultimately how both we
and our organization
will be judged.
When it comes to ethics,
Everyone is responsible, and everything counts.
Good. Okay, thank you. And remember for Thursday, the 2 things you have to do. The one is the movie, you have seen the bigger than Enron and answer the question to the quiz. And now we have the time to fully read that article on, it's an absolutely great article by Michael Porter, okay, on strategy and society. It's about corporate social responsibility. We're going to talk about it. So, and about sustainability, that will be the other subject we'll be talking about. Yes. Okay, so I will see you on Thursday.
Email for Israel. They didn't send us. Email for Israel. They didn't send them.
Yes, the email for Israel is going out tonight. It's going out tonight or tomorrow morning. It's ready. Everything is okay. As we could talk about. I just didn't have the time. I would like to ask you one further thing to be thinking as you are driving. Remember, you look in your park, in the front, where you are and everything else. But what Irina did today with called the authorities to us about an ethical dilemma she met at her workplace, and just thinking about it. Similarly, I like us, all of us, to think of an ethical dilemma that happened in our office in the past or now or some previous job or whatever, kind of to discuss it also in class, along with other cases we're going to discuss. It is good to hear some of the personal things you face. Okay, thank you very much. The test, is not going to change. The trip. No, the trip, yes. The date of the exam will change, but I want you to go to the trip. Yes, absolutely. When's the exam?
On the 10th.
We're going to put the Sunday, but hopefully nobody will stay. Don't bother, have fun. Maybe not. Waiting for you.